Welcome back to the Keffa Corporation channel on YouTube. This is Grimvault speaking, and today we're gonna be taking a look at every affiliation change across the NHL, AHL, and ECHL as of July 18th, 2023. And this is going to be just to show who's all changed affiliation, who's all hasn't. And I have to list the teams here. We're gonna start with the ECHL. And so, getting started here, where I have here the list of affiliations each team was under for the 2022 to 23 season. The Adirondack Thunder were affiliated with the Devils. Well, they still are. The Allen Americans were affiliated with the Ottawa Senators. They still are. The first change is the Atlanta Gladiators. Only spent a year with the Coyotes. But if I can show you this, if you look up here, here's the Devils lineup, Senators lineup. The Gladiators have changed affiliation after 1 year, deciding to go with the Nashville Predators of the NHL. Cyclones also changed affiliation. They used to be with the Sabres. They actually flipped places. We'll get to that later. They're now affiliated with the New York Rangers. Florida changed affiliation last year to the Panthers. They're going to remain there. The Comets is, if we can pull the list back up, they were affiliated with the Oilers, and they still are. Swamp Rabbits are going to be staying with the Kings. The Idaho Steelheads actually just announced an extension of their agreement with the Dallas Stars. They're not going anywhere. The Indy Fuel were with the Chicago Blackhawks, and they're going to remain that way. Iowa was with Minnesota. That stays the same. Now, the Icemen are the team that swapped places with the Cyclones. It was just announced earlier in the week, apparently. E, part that they were going to be affiliated with the Buffalo Sabres. It's an interesting way to look at it. It's like they swap places with the Cyclones. Almost interestingly enough. So there's because they were flopped. Eisman were affiliated with the Rangers, or as in the Cyclones were affiliated with the Sabres, so they effectively swapped. The Kalamazoo Wings were with the Columbus Blue Jackets, is they changed to the Vancouver Canucks. So now we go over to Kansas City Mavericks. They were with the Kraken, they still are. The Mariners are still with the Bruins. The Growlers are still with the Maple Leafs. And now we have an interesting situation here. I know I'm being rapid fire about this, but the Admirals are affiliated with the Hurricanes last season, and they're going to remain with the Hurricanes as of now. But it's important to talk about this logo here for the Chicago Wolves. The Wolves have decided to go their own way, and as of now are heading into the 23 to 24 AHL season without an affiliate, which is a bold move to make. Also, the Cleveland Monsters also updated their look. So they have a new logo over here. So that's an interesting one to note. The Wolves are actually supposed to be removed from here. They're their own team now. They're independent. The Solar Bears spent some time with the Lightning over time. I mean, they still going to remain with the Lightning. They're going into year 2 under their current head coach. Oh, there's been several coaching changes. I couldn't find a definitive list of changes. Is now they won't come up till the start of the new season. But the Rapid City Rush is next. They were affiliated with the Flames and they still are. The Reading Royals were affiliated with the Flyers last season and they still are. Are so keep in mind for going back to the Mavericks, keep in mind the Kraken are going into year 3. The Firebirds went on a deep playoff run in their first year. So there's a lot to be excited about there. Savannah had a multi-year agreement. They're going into year 2 under Vegas. The Stingrays have been a part of the Capitals for, for about a decade now, and they also agreed to an extension that'll leave the Stingrays as the ECHL affiliate of Washington and for a little bit longer, which is interesting. Next, we have the Walleye. Come on. There we go. So the Toledo Walleye, they were affiliated with the Red Wings last season and still did pretty good. They're still affiliated with the Red Wings. Trois Rivières. It's French, by the way. The Lions were affiliated with the Canadiens and still are. The Oilers were affiliated with the Ducks and still are. And not much more excitement is going on. Utah still with the Avalanche. Nailers are still with the Penguins, or as I've been calling them, the Penguins. Wichita is still with the Sharks, and the Worcester Railers are still with the Islanders. So there's been some changes here and there. So the interesting ones to me are the fact that the Gladiators actually ditched the Coyotes after 1 year, which tells you just how horrible of a season it was for the Coyotes. It speaks more about the Coyotes than the Gladiators. There's in the they didn't do themselves any favors either with several big blowout games. The Cyclones and the Icemen swapping affiliates is an interesting case as well. Given that at the two who had been going different ways, the Icemen had back-to-back second-round exits. Cyclones owns were apparently being used as a proper development place. And seeing that the Wolves are going, as of now, going into the next season without being affiliated with an NHL or an ECHL team, definitely raises some eyebrows. But overall, not much exciting changes happened, and everyone is either in a 1 or 2 year agreement, and still, with the exception of a few. But overall, there have been some interesting changes. And you can take a look here where the AHL affiliates are lined up. Columbus will only just have the Monsters going forward. The Coyotes are up in the air and they still have the Tucson Roadrunners. Whereas the Blues are once again without a low tier affiliate. And there's going to be the Jets with just the Moose. And there's going to be some things that can change. But all 32 NHL teams could eventually end up with an ECHL affiliate, as it has recently been agreed by the ECHL Board of Governors that they will be opening the room up to 32. And since Lake Tahoe has been approved to be number 29, we're down to 3 available spots left. So this is how things are looking at for the 2023 to 24 affiliations right now. A lot can still change. The ECHL will release a final list of affiliation changes. So we'll go over that when it's released. But there's really not much there for us to cover. It was a rather quick one. But overall, well, we're looking at the continuation of more of the same, and how these changes are going to benefit the teams involved is up in the air. But I do want to say, if you enjoyed this kind of video and want to see more, be sure to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It always means a lot. Also, you can check out the Twitch for some streams. We're currently set for live streams for Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays until otherwise stated. Also, feel free to check out the Twitter for some random tweets if you're interested in that sort of thing. Then you can also respond to said Twitter, or if you're interested in doing a collaboration in the future, or from like a business this style of things. Means I can make a better sales pitch. I just need to work on how I speak. You can't say the same thing about, well, take a guess. But thank you all so much for tuning in, and until next time, travel safely.